Good evening, race fans. And here we are once again for another episode of Riding Shotgun Conversations with Tuason Racing. Again, my name is JP Tuason, and tonight we are on the second of our new series where we interview the entrepreneurs of the automotive industry. So tonight we've got a very special guest. He's a very good friend of mine and has been a long-time sponsor. He's a media personality and influencer and has made the jump to being an entrepreneur. Please welcome everybody, Mr. Ira Panganiban of Autocar Magazine. Woohoo! Come on down.
Okay.
There you go. How you doing?
I'm good.
My friend.
I'm good. Thank you very much. Everything's fine. Well, everything's fine, sort of, with the situation we all have right now. We're trying to make the best of it, but yeah, it should be good the way everybody's good. Yeah.
I hear you, my friend. I mean, I think today is the first day that the PUVs are out. There are point-to-point buses out. So
Yes.
hopefully, with all of these transport out there, it's going to restart our economy. So I'm crossing my fingers, my friend. But how are you?
I'm good. Everything's fine. It's kind of a busy, not busy thing because since I'm stuck at home most of the time, I go out but very rarely. Office and then back home. Just to stay safe. There's a lot of people depending on me, so But busy, not busy in a way where I try to do a lot of things at home, but
Yeah.
I'm not really moving out. I'm not really going places. And for a guy like us who need
Yeah.
a lot of external sensory activation,
Yeah.
not staying at home is pretty bad. It's really pretty bad.
I hear you, my friend. It's driving me insane. Staying at home. I love my family, and what I felt at the beginning of this pandemic was, wow, this is a great opportunity to spend time with them. Pero now I'm like, oh my God, can we go out? We need to get out.
Can you guys stay away from me for like
We're
2 hours?
good. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. All right, but again, welcome to the show. And
Thank
what
you for
I
having
wanted to do was I wanted to introduce you properly. That not only are you a media personality, right? I mean, you're a journalist, you're an influencer, you've got your own radio show, but you're a proper automotive media person. And what I mean by that is mahilig ka talaga sa cars, and you've been actually racing in a lot of the media categories. So I want to show you a quick photo, and maybe you can make us kwento about this.
Well, that was the Honda Media Challenge. I kind of placed fourth. Fourth means you're the first of the losers. So, but yeah, that's all right. That's all right. This is Honda Media
You're the
Challenge.
most experienced of those that didn't get a trophy, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So, tell me about
This was
this experience.
This was like what 15 years ago when Honda decided they wanted the media to race against each other. So I was still with ABS-CBN at that time. So we put up an ABS-CBN team, and yeah, it was fun. I learned quite a lot from. I used to race street racing when we were kids. So racing was
Okay.
part of the DNA. But the Honda Media Challenge gave me formal education, at least a part of a formal education on proper racing. I mean, how to sit, how to handle the steering wheel, how to do that heel and toe maneuver, when to
Right.
shift, when not to shift, these kind of things.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, that was the first time because the second time was with you guys. That was the time in Vios Cup when I came into Vios Cup when I got taught the real basics of racing. The Honda Media
Right.
Challenge was medyo loose. It was medyo a loose set of rules. It was just us media guys battling against each other. So there was no need to be uber competitive. Unlike in the Vios Cup, that was competitive.
Yeah, there was a bit of door banging in the Vios Cup, right? I think we've got some photos.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see what we've got next. There we go. Wow.
There we go.
That's serious.
That photo, that
Serious
photo
look.
with Francis, I was like so angry at I won't say who, just smashed into my car. I mean
Is he walking behind you in the other photo or no?
No. It's a good friend. That's Vince. It's a good. No, it's a she actually. So
The she. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, she smashed into the car. But who smashes into another car at the start off? But well,
Right.
that's a race. That's always a race. It was always fun.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm, mhm,
So,
mhm.
I think we have got one more photo of it as well, right? Of the Vios Cup. Let me see. There we go.
There. I was having fun. That was the start of the BGC race. This one
Right.
when we
That
paraded.
that's right. You got to race in the first ever street race, right?
Yes,
For the
yes.
Vios Cup, and
To
this
the
was at
Vietnam.
McKinley Hill.
At
This was a
McKinley
bit
Hill.
of carnage, man. There was carnage at this
Oh,
racetrack.
oh yeah,
Nuts.
oh yeah. 16 cars, 10 left.
Unbelievable, right?
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Cars were ramping up on the barriers, getting smashed, and that was fun.
It's fun for you. For us that have to repair those cars, it's not as fun. But yeah,
That's true.
I think you've been able to see how motorsports has developed in the country. I mean,
Mhm.
hats off to Honda for starting it off with the Honda Media Challenge. I think that's something that even I remember up to today was wow,
Yes,
that really helped kick off motorsports in the Philippines,
Mhm.
right? At
yes,
least
yes,
kick it off again, right? And then
yes, yes.
obviously the Vios Cup was something that just really helped grow motorsports exponentially. And I'm very, very happy that you were involved in all of this. But
Yes.
tonight,
Mhm.
yeah, tonight, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about your career, your journey. I mean, I think a lot of the people out there, even our friends, right,
Mhm.
may not know how you got to where you are today. What are the successes? What are the failures? And how have you gotten to where you are today? And that's really what I want to talk about. So, so I've got some photos. Let's go through this story.
That's my high school photo. I'm there, right behind the guy in the middle with the shades in his shirt. The guy with long hair right behind him. I used to
Wow.
have hair. Yeah, I used to have hair down to my shoulders when I was in high school. So yeah, and I used to weigh like 100 pounds lighter in high school. That's a high
You
school
look
photo.
like
That's Lasal Green Hills. Yeah,
okay. All right. Lasal ka pala. Woohoo!
yeah.
Lasal.
Woo!
All
The
right.
guy.
Cool. What year was this, my friend?
I think that was 1979. If I'm right,
Okay.
that's my senior year, the first half of my senior year in the South Green Hills. Those are most of my classmates. A lot of them are in public office. Some are in major pro sports. Juan Miguel Salvador is a major musician. He's somewhere there, I'm sure. The guy with the shades on
Really? Wow.
yeah, the guy with shades in front of him is the first cousin of what's his name, Yang Gao, Jojo Gao is right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a Taekwondo Philippine champion. So yeah, those guys have gone so far. Huh?
Awesome. Well, so
I
have
don't know.
you. So have you, and we'll get there. Okay. What do we have next? Let's take a look at the next photo. Man, that was definitely 100 pounds ago, my friend.
That's 100 pounds ago. I think that is in Celebrity Sports Plaza.
Okay.
My baby sister's debut.
Okay.
18 years old. I was like something like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. No, 21 years old at that time. I was not even in media at that point. My dad, however, is some television executive, so we've been in and out of television even when we were kids. So yeah, I was hosting some show. I think it's my sister's debut. I was hosting at that
Okay.
time. Yeah.
So how did you get into the media from this point?
From this point, I graduated in De La Salle University in
Okay. In Taft.
1987. In Taft. In 1987. I graduated high school in 1980. I graduated college in 1987. Go figure. Okay.
Yeah.
now, now,
Nice.
now, 1987. I figured, finally I'm out of school. That's like, I don't know how long. I'm taking
Yeah.
a rest. So for a
Yeah.
whole year, I was just bumming around. My dad got, like, you graduated college. You're still asking allowance for me a year after. Get out of here. Go to your uncle, go to your Ninong, your godfather in GMA 7. His name's Tony Seva. He was the
Okay.
executive vice president of GMA7 that time. So my dad sends me over there, and I go there, and I was like, I graduated from De La Salle, and I'm talking to my Nino. I'll probably be a junior executive. Ha! Yes! He made me
So
a
what
driver. He made me a driver for this Babaw.
Really? Okay.
No joke. My first job in media was to drive Julius Babaw around Metro Manila. Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly.
Wow.
Driving the guy. He's a great guy. I love him. I loved every minute I had. I spent with him, buddying with him. But yeah, that was my first job. That was about a year and a half of driving somebody around before I was actually made into a police reporter. I started out as a police reporter. My duty starts at 10 in the evening, ends at 6 in the morning. Because of the nature of the job, you usually end up until 12 noon because a whole lot of stories to follow up after midnight. So yeah, that's how I started out in media. I started out as somebody else's driver.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have we got? What's next on our timeline? Is this it?
This one, the one on the left, the one that you see that's my head. That's the back of my head. That's Chris Moralit, the one standing in the brown uniform. He became the spokesman of the Philippine National Police for the longest time. This is General. What's the name of that guy again? Anyway, this is a press conference presenting some rebel suspects. This was in the early 90s. I was covering the Camp Crame, Camp Aguinaldo defense beat at that time. The one on the right, the other guy is Jess Garcia. That's me on the far right. That was our police beat time. I'm not sure if I was covering a car chase that ended up badly in this scene.
I see.
Yeah, those are one of the old photos that I have. This is my early days as a broadcast journalist.
And then from this point, where did you go next? What happened to you next in your career?
I was in radio, and then I transferred to I transferred to ABS-CBN from GMA Radio. Where I started all of these other TV activities. I became desk editor for the News and Current Affairs division of ABS-CBN. That meant me handling all the reporters, cameraman, drivers, OB vans, and the such at the specific time of day. This one, the one you're seeing on the photo, is one of the TV shows that I hosted together with all of these NBA broadcast panelists. Si Bill Velasquez,
sina Bill yan, di ba?
Miko Halili, Danny Francisco, Sev Sarmenta, and Butch Maniego, the late Butch Maniego, of course. Diba? Yeah. This is game na. When ABS-CBN created the Metro Ball, this is the broadcast panel. We used to do something like Inside NBA. This is your version of the Inside NBA, where the hosts talk about how they analyze the games of the Metro Ball, the NBA. Yeah.
Well, what year was this, Ira?
This will be in 1990. This photo is 1998. But NBA started in 1997 up till 2004. 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from this point, what happened to you next? So you went from you went to covering the police beat, and then you went into sports.
Beat. Yeah, I went from covering the police beat to the political beat, and then a short stint in Malacanang, and then I went into the desk, and then after the desk, everything was kind of broad because I was in the desk, and I wanted to narrow it down because it was really all heavy, already too heavy for me being the desk editor. So Jake Maderaso, the producer of Alasingo Media, told me, what do you want to do? I told him, I'll do sports. So I did sports. I started with sports, which got me into this NBA stint. And then from sports, I went into a much narrower field, which is motorsports. So I started covering the Formula One. The motorsports was during the heyday of Michael Schumacher, when he was making really huge noises, and I was doing coverage from Manila I was doing major coverages of Formula One. And then Honda brought me to Australia to cover one of the Australian Grand Prix, and that started all the love affair with covering motorsports. So, yeah, went so much narrower.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. Okay. So that's how it all started, huh?
yeah.
All right. What have we got next? What photos do we have next? Okay. So
that's Mike Cohen. Ida Gonzalez and me. That was my the ABS-CBN desk editor stint.
okay.
That used to be how the desk looked like in ABS-CBN at that time.
So from here, you ended up in the motorsports, and then you ended up in automotive. Is that sort of the journey that that's how it progressed?
That's the sequence. From there to sports, to motorsports, to automotive, because I was doing motorsports coverages already, and then the car companies started inviting me to their launches. I used to do a segment. I used to do a segment on Alas 5:30, so I was able to squeeze in my love for motorsports into that segment, at least a minute or 30 seconds of it. And the car companies just asked me, "Can you come out with our launches and our stories?" And so I did. Slowly, I did.
I see. Okay. I didn't know that. See, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right. So what have we got next? Let's take a look at some more of these photos. Okay. So
this is the Alas 5:30 team. The one on the right is the weekdays with Julius Baba as the host. The one on the left is the weekends with Mon Ilagan and Cheryl Cosim as the hosts. You'll see some familiar faces there. Alex Pastor, who is now heading a PR group, was one of my anchors. Of course,
RJ is here.
Is there. That's Tony Lambino. He's an undersecretary for the Department of Finance today. That's pretty much the whole team.
And basically, you got reunited again with Julius Babao.
Yeah.
you guys
yes.
must have been like, hey, bro, we're back.
It's like...
but this time you didn't need to drive him.
No, this time we didn't even try to go to Lahar. Oh, did I tell you? Me and Julius almost died in that Lahar coverage. We were almost swept away by a Lahar flow because we were like stupid kids. We go, let's go to the breakaway river. Let's go to the breakaway river. And everybody tells us, no, it's dangerous. No, it's good. No, it's good.
This was the Pinatubo time.
Yes. The Lahar came, took us away. We almost died.
So how did you get out of the car?
Well, there's a story to that. I'll make it really short and fast.
No.
So we try to run away from the Lahar flow. We go to higher ground. We see a house. And we go, this is higher ground. Let's go into the house. We go into the house. And Julius starts making phone calls. And I look outside and I see my Daihatsu flowing forward. And I go, hell, damn it, my Daihatsu. So I run forward. I open the gate and Lahar flows inside. So I go against the Lahar flow, hop into my Daihatsu, start it up, and drive away. Driving away, I look at the rearview mirror and the house where Julius Baba was, crossed the street.
No.
I was going, oh my God, my partner's dead. Not knowing that while the house was crossing the street, Julius was looking at the car, being overwhelmed by Lahar, and he was going, my partner's dead. So
he was still in the house.
Yeah, it's the safest thing he ever did, not to leave the house.
Oh my God, that's nuts. So he was in the house as it was kind of being floated away.
Yeah, it was being flowed away by the Lahar, and I was being flowed away from him inside the Daihatsu. We met on air. Some brilliant production guy in DCWB said, let's make them meet on air. Let's not tell them they're both alive.
Surprise!
You're still alive.
That's nuts. That is nuts. Really?
Yeah, really. That was crazy. Those are crazy times. Those are fun but crazy times. Really. Yeah.
Okay, and what year was this? What year was this, Ira?
This is 1991.
Okay, 1991. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. So we've got some more photos. Let's move.
That's first five. Those are the first
okay.
five.
It's Bobby.
Yeah,
it's Bobby Yan, right?
Is there. Danny Francisco, Alex Santos, and Bob Navales.
Okay.
Those are my first 5 co-hosts. This used to air on Channel 21. Channel 21.
Okay. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And what year was this?
This was in the late 90s, 98, 99, 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about to cross into the 2000s, right?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
see
So
the next.
what do we have next?
This is already in the 2000s. This is where I am right now. This is the Radyo Inquirer broadcast team. The hosts and anchors and my boss Jake, and of course my boss Arlene De La Cruz. Ida, we're back. I'm back with Ida.
Okay.
As
Cool.
old people, just stick around together. We just can't have enough of each other.
Okay. So I think we've missed the part, I guess, where you crossed over to the automotive, right? Is that before or after this photo?
It's before this photo, I think. There's a few more. There's a few more in the sequence, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, because in 2007 I retired from ABS-CBN. We were asked to retire, so we chose to retire. And at that point in time, we had enough money to put up some form of business. Now, I put up initially a logistics business. So I was doing radio with DCRH, DCXL, Radio Mindanao Network. And we were running, me and a couple of partners were running a logistics business. But then in 2011, a friend of mine got a franchise for Autocar, and he said he wanted to put it up if I could head it. Now I was already writing as
Autocar for the Philippines.
For the Philippines, yes, Autocar got the franchise for Autocar in the Philippines from UK. Now I was already doing motoring writing for first the Business Mirror, and then the Manila Times, and a couple of other newspapers. So yeah, I said, yeah, maybe I can handle that. So we got it. It didn't go so well. A few setbacks led us to parting ways. And then a year after, about 2015, Haymarket in the UK gave me a call, told me that the old guy, my friend, let go of Autocar, and they knew I was the editor-in-chief, so maybe I'd like to take over it. And that's how I took over Autocar Philippines, the title.
I see. And what year was that when you took it over?
This was in 2014, but our first publication was 2015. The first magazine that became out was in 2015.
I see. Wow.
July of 2015 was our first issue. And
okay, so as of today, how many issues have you put out? That's a good question, right?
Roughly about because I don't know. We've successfully managed to come out with 11 issues every year. So from 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. That'd be about 55 to 60 issues that we've come up with since we started operating but the title on our own. That's about 60 covers. Yeah.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. We managed to
so
print.
That basically, that's
until
right.
Until today, even under the pandemic, we still managed to come out with our physical issue, with our printed issue, and I think aside from, I don't know if it's us. No, I think C Magazine still prints. We're the only real 2 printed car magazines in the country. I mean, fully, totally dedicated to car magazine in the country. Me and us, Autocar and C Magazine. Yeah.
While we're talking about print, right? I think the biggest question that a lot of people out there are thinking, right, is how do you move forward from here? Because obviously things are all moving towards the digital space, and I think the pandemic has kind of accelerated a lot of that. Are you guys going to be continuing to print, or are you guys going to be moving to the online platform? Because you guys you've already got a website.
Yeah.
You've already got a very strong Facebook page, right? So where do you guys go from here?
Okay. Okay, just for JP Tuason, I'm going to divulge some secrets.
No, no, don't give too many secrets, right?
All
But
right.
kind of like
Yeah.
what's a future
So
for you guys, right?
so the digital media is really the media for today. You have to be there. Your presence has to be felt. In social
Yeah,
media, you have to be there. You have to be strong there. Simply
yeah,
because majority of the people converge there. They, I mean, I think every single urban settler or urban person who lives in the city will spend at least 6 to 8 hours on his mobile phone.
yeah. Agreed.
That's the average, 6 to 8 hours a day on his mobile phone. That means you have to be there in order to get his attention. So yes, I have to
Agreed.
be, I have to be in the digital world. Now you can't be in the digital world just by putting in printed and all text things or photos things. Now a lot of us have been going to visuals and all that, and it's kind of difficult because that requires more assets, more investments than just having a website. So it's a little bit more on the financing side. But as everybody starts going mainly into digital, there is still this factor that gives you credibility, that gives you a semblance of being real news, real information deliverers. And these are what we call the traditional media. Print is one of them. Sa Pilipinas pa
Okay.
naman, JP, in the Philippines, if you're just there's this misconception if you're just online you're fake news. Diba? If you present yourself as online lang and then you present yourself as news but you don't have any of the traditional media components, you're fake news. And
Okay.
it's very that thinking is very prevalent. That's why many of the news sites that you see now try to come up with their own video sources, try to come up with their online news because they need to gather that credibility. Na hindi kami website lang na nag-iimbento ng storya. We really go out
Right.
there to make stories. Right. Now,
Right.
print, however, allows you that luxury. For as long as you are printing a copy, you don't have to do so much effort of convincing people that you are a legitimate media because you have a print counterpart. Print
Yeah.
does not allow you to erase mistakes.
Right.
Does not
Right.
allow
You
you
can't
to
edit.
hide.
Once it's out there, it's
Oh,
done. Yeah.
once it's printed, it's done. And that is the beauty of how it affects your credibility. Because you
Yeah.
have print, because you cannot have a mistake, because you work so hard not to make those mistakes, you're legitimate. That's what makes you legitimate. So it shortcuts your ambition for credibility. It shortcuts
Yeah.
it. So okay, now printing is
And
expensive. I know
yeah.
you're going to ask this, but how can you afford printing when it's so expensive? I know everybody asks me that. It's simple.
So go.
Target, target marketing.
Okay.
You don't print like newspapers that drops it on the street side and waits for people to buy it. No. When you print for people who actually buy your magazine.
Okay. Right.
That's
So
print
so
that
so
for
everything that you guys basically print gets distributed and gets
yes,
consumed, right? To go
yes.
straight to the clients. Okay,
Go
that makes a
straight to
lot
the
of
guy.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. So you build your subscriber base. That's when you
Right.
start. That's when the work starts again, because you need to convince people that they want to buy your magazine month after month,
You know,
year after.
I also want to touch on the fact that a lot of people may be missing that you guys are a local version of an international magazine, right? So you
Yes,
actually have international content that isn't stuff that you make up. It's really part of your network, right?
it's part
So
of the
that
network. Yeah, it's stuff that other people make for us.
right,
It's content that has been vetted once, twice, three times over by our foreign counterparts because they know it's going to be used worldwide. So yeah, credibility is pretty much intact in that sense. In that sense, yeah.
okay. And then you have another project, right? You Philippine Wheels, right?
Oh
Tell
yeah,
us about that.
not that's a mobility magazine. It's not cars. It's mobility. It's everything that brings you from point A to point B. The thing about our society today is that we have become lazy people. Really, we've become very lazy people when it comes to moving about. Filipinos, they'll once they get out of their bakod, their garahe, their gate, they won't walk to the next jeepney stop. They'll flag a tricycle down. They will.
Right.
They will. So, what's more? What's Wheels Philippines? Wheels Philippines is a mobility magazine. It talks about everything with wheels. It talks about everything that brings you from point A to point B. It talks about cars. Talks about bikes, bicycles, skateboards, roller skates, buses, trucks, airplanes. Hell, the only thing that doesn't have wheels that we haven't covered yet is ships. We might get into that pretty soon. Anyway,
I can help you. I know a bunch of people.
yeah. I mean, it's still mobility. Why?
Right.
Because there's a growing clamor for information on how to transport people and things. You see,
Right.
every day we need to move about. Pandemic notwithstanding, every day people need to move about, and that's the reason why there's issues about buses, there's issues about trucks, there's issues about trains, there's issues about the automatic fare payments, there's issues about the jeeps and why they're not really safe for being on the road. There's a whole bunch of issues like that, and we can't discuss it in a medyo high-end, high-level car magazine, but we can discuss it in Wheels. We can come
I
out,
see. I see.
we can come
I
out with
see.
stories in Wheels about transport issues, about
I see.
beep cards being overpriced, or trains breaking down in the middle of everywhere. That is where we can discuss that. Also, because Autocar, the franchisee, does not allow us to do politics, so
Right.
Wheels can do that for us.
I see. Okay. So that's actually really really interesting, right? Because your journey has taken you from being a journalist on the ground, right? You've covered all sorts of different beats, right? Yeah. Then you started writing in motorsports, then into the automotive, and then you moved on to radio, and
Yeah.
then now you basically own assets where you have print, you've got digital, and what else do you have?
Well, that's mostly
That
it, print
that
and digital. Yeah.
that that encompasses almost everything. TV na lang ang wala ka eh.
Wala tayong station, mahal eh. Yeah. Imagine how many
Usap
congressmen you have to pay off to get the
usap
franchise.
tayo, mag-produce na lang tayo ng content.
Pwede. We have that idea. We have that. Well, we have that experience also. So
Right.
if you guys decide to put up a network or a channel where we can come up with, this motorsports things, dude, I'm all ready for that. We have the experience for that. We have experience for programming. We have experience for sales. We have experience for content. So yeah, that would be. It is going to be hard work, but it's going to be fun. Again, that's how I treat work. If it's not fun, then it's not worth working for. You know,
Okay.
I've done quite a number of jobs that I just left because it's not fun. What's
That is very cool. I'm totally aligned with that. But what I was trying to get at, the question I was trying to get at, and this is a good one, right? Because of all of the experiences that you have and all of the assets that you are now in charge of holding on to, trying to strategically place, right? Because obviously when we get out of this pandemic, all of those
oh,
things become very, very strategic for an entrepreneur like you.
mhm.
What is the biggest challenge that you're facing now in your business or career with all of these things that you've been able to do and all of the things that all of the assets that you have at the moment?
Well, the biggest headache we have now is financing, cash, because
Okay.
everybody is holding on to their cash. This year is a write-off.
Welcome to the club.
This year
it's
is a
tough, man.
write-off. It's
Yeah.
tough. You can't. You're sabi ko nga sa mga ente ko, wala tayong benta. You know that five letter word encompasses almost everything that needs to be done for this year in
Yeah.
order to move on for the next year. Benta,
Yeah.
your sales, We need to sell our product, and that's the biggest challenge I have now. What do I
Okay.
do? What new things, what revolutionary things must I come up with before other people think about it, so that the sponsors will buy more into me than they buy into the other guys. See, but remember, but whenever I think of an idea, I discuss it with other people immediately, because really, that idea you're thinking right now, there's about 2,000 other guys thinking of it right now, and the guy
Yeah.
who will succeed on that is the first guy who works on it. So
Yeah.
so there, and really, yun yung biggest challenge, how to revolutionize, not the whole thing, but just my business, just what I'm doing right now, how to revolutionize it so that clients come to me and support me and sponsor me, and that's my biggest challenge at the moment.
Okay. Well, I will definitely be watching out to see what you do in the next couple of months to prepare for 2021. If you
Yeah.
have great ideas, feel free to bounce them off me. I would love to hear them.
Oh
And
yeah.
and if we can be a part of it, then for sure, man, let us know. But
There's some
before we wrap it up, right? We've talked about your whole career. We've talked about your journey. My question to you as we wrap it up is, what are your dreams moving forward, and have you actually achieved these dreams already?
Well, I retired from ABS-CBN when I was 45 years old. Goal number one done.
Nice.
I
Good
got
job.
I had my own business up right after that. Goal number two done. I've sent, my son is in college right now. He's trying to finish it, and I'm sure he will because he's so excited to finish his college. Goal number three done. Goal number four. Well, goal number four is to retire, but comfortably. Retire comfortably. I mean, it's a long way off. I doubt if I'll ever retire. Us guys, you and me, we're the kind of guys
Yeah.
who will never retire. We'll die when we stop working. So
Yeah, we just gotta keep at it, right?
yes, we just gotta keep working on it. We just have to keep moving on it. We just have to be doing something. We have to
I
be
hear you.
creating something. So
I hear you.
I doubt if we'll retire, but at least I want to reach a point. My one of my dreams is to reach a point where everything is comfortable. Everything is not complicated. Where my peace of mind is higher than my worry on a daily basis. That's the ultimate goal of all. Just
And it sounds like a very, very good goal, my friend. I might have to steal that from you. I might have to steal that from you. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've come to the point where we want to do a very, very quick raffle. Can we raffle off a couple of Autocar magazines?
Yes, please. Yes.
All right.
I'll give you.
How many can we raffle off? How many pieces can we raffle off?
Let's see. The September issue, just September October issues, just in the printer. I'll
You
give
think
you
we
my
can do
September.
three?
I'll give you my September issue.
We
I'll
can
give
do
you
three
five of them.
three copies of the September.
Five. I'll give you five. I'll give you a round
Wow,
number.
5! Woohoo! Nice.
I'll give you 5 issue. You can raffle it off,
All right.
and yeah, let's have our friends
Okay.
have a
So
copy.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it right here, okay, on the show. So I think I need you to ask a quick question, something about Autocar that was discussed in the show just now, and then ask the question, and people are gonna put the answers down below. So can you ask a question about Autocar that we talked about just now?
When was the
Maybe-
first issue? When was
Yeah.
the first issue of Autocar? I specifically said that.
That's right. Okay, so again, the question is, when was the first issue of Autocar in the Philippines?
In the Philippines.
If you don't know the answer, then you can either Google it or you can rewind this video and check it out.
Yeah.
First 5 answers down below. Feel free to message us, and then we will send you your copy of the September issue of
September issue.
Autocar.
Yeah.
All
a
right,
nice
so at this
cover.
point in time, I just want to flash on the screen our next message, and it is happy birthday!
Oh!
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm super
Thank
proud
you.
of your accomplishments, your success.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you to reach your goal, and hopefully one day I will be there as well. But happy birthday, my friend. Happy
Thank
birthday to you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you to
So
the
ano,
viewers, guys.
35 ka na, 35.
35.
Congrats.
58. I just turned 58 this year. I'm turning 58.
Wow.
Yeah, 58. Can you imagine that? I'm
Wow,
almost there.
congrats.
Almost there.
Congrats, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we're about to end. Do you have any parting messages for your fans out there, right? Because this is the Ira Panganiban show. It's all about you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice. It's nice telling stories about how I got to where I am. But as always, in the past, whenever I finish a program, whenever I finish a segment, I have this one quote that I've kept repeating over and over throughout my life, and it's simple. It says, "Keep cool, stay focused, sports laang." Diba? That's the mantra we should live by forever and ever. Thank you, JP. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And I want to thank all of our viewers out there. And we hope to see you in our next episode. Please like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tuason Racing TV. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can stay updated with our latest happenings. So this has been JP Tuason, and see you next week for a new episode of Riding Shotgun Conversations. Thank you very much. See you guys.